Hi guys, and welcome to Final Fantasy III Part 19. Okay, into a Crystal Tower we go. And already we've got a couple of enemies that we want to find here. You might have encountered a couple of them whilst on... Yeah, here we go, Doga's clone. You might have encountered a couple of them whilst on your way to Eureka. But on the first floor in particular, we want to find the Azer, the Doga's clone. Get this Argon. Cure attack. A Bluck and a Gomory. Now, again, the enemies aren't too bad, but this place is a gauntlet, and what I'd recommend doing, and what I'll do is, once we've cleared this place of treasure, I'm going to head out back to the Invincible, heal up, save, and then we'll go up to do a final sort of gauntlet. Breaker, of course, can cast stone on you. Hopefully you've stocked up on status healing items, but feel free to use your magic if you need to. Again, I've bought all those on the Invincible prior to coming here. So you don't need 99 of them. 30 of them will be more than sufficient. 50, you'll be quits in. Okay, thankfully that missed. Okay, I'm just going to go all out and attack rather than use too much MP. And perhaps a better use of term might have been to swap Arc and Rapier to the back row, but we got Doga's clone done. So yeah, back attacks as always can be pretty dangerous here, but there we go. Alright, so we've at these steps to Eureka. Now we're not going to go in, but we are going to head to the right and grab a battle. This is the Gomory. This creature is the most common one that I find, to be honest. Again, just using a low level curative magic for the time being. And yeah, the creatures aren't that tough. I think we got a bit unlucky with the back attack against Doga's clones, so don't worry about them all being these minute-long battle. You have to sort of, be wary of. These guys should go down in 2 or 3 rounds, usually. If that, hopefully, will we go down after this hit? Sweet. So yeah, this place is a gauntlet, and a lot of people say this is the worst aspect of Final Fantasy III, this final dungeon, and it is. I wouldn't say it's difficult. I'd say it's. I say the challenge comes from, so we're collecting an elven bow there, from here Chocobo's there. I'm just going to head down these stairs and got these 2 items down here. This guy is Azer, so let's get rid of him. Sorry buddy. I'm being thick. Ingus is in the front row, isn't he? I'll have to check that out. I'm doubting myself now. Let me just mark Azer off our little list as well. But yeah, the main challenge is there's quite a lot to pick up. It's quite a long dungeon, and after you've got another one. Once you get to the end of here, so it's sort of like one dungeon straight after another with no chance to save in between. So that's why once I've cleared out all of the items and bestiary, I'll be heading back down and saving outside, so that if I do fingers crossed, perish at the or touch wood, I suppose, at the final boss, then at least that way. I won't have to grab all the items and bestiary entries again. Now to the left you can get a Chocobo's Wrath, and then we want to carry on to the left and let's grab this chest here. For the White Musk, down the stairs we go. That's for the Fumigab. I don't believe there's anything to the left. I believe was right. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to find the Bluck enemy, and yeah, we'll move on once I've uncovered that. But essentially, to move on, we just need to go to that door there. And here we go. We finally got the Blucks. Now these guys are interesting because they can summon another enemy called Kum Kum. Don't laugh. Which yeah, you can use these to sort of level up quite significantly if you let them just keep summoning the Kum Kums and just keep disposing of the Kum Kums rather than the Blucks. So perhaps that's one strategy that you might want to utilise, especially if perhaps you're feeling it a little under-leveled. There you go, you've got the summon. Of course, got rid of that one, so let's try and use a Saga. There we go. We'll get rid of that. Sweet. Now, I believe that counts as fighting a Kum Kum in terms of the bestiary, but we'll see. But yeah, that's one strategy, because even when you destroy that Kum Kum, you'll get the experience and for that, so you can just keep having them summon, keep doing that. Okay, let's get out of here. Hey, what? Nice key, it worked. You're almost there, everyone. Be strong. Okay. Well, this one's a fairly straightforward path. Just follow it along, and if we go up here, we can grab ourselves an elixir, I believe. And excellent. This is the Platinal. So yeah, there's couple of enemies that we can find down here and on floor 3 as well. You've got the Azer, who makes a return, the Platinal here. You can also find the Shinobi, who we have encountered previously, and the Kum Kum. Now, I will encounter those two again just to be certain that they count, because the Shinobi was an extra little boss fight. I'm very, very, like 99.999% sure that we do, but it's mainly to give myself some peace of mind. So yeah, we've got the Shinobi and the Kum Kum to find. We also got a nice little level up. And there's our nice little elixir. So yeah, some good items down here. Let's keep following this path. And as I say, those enemies also appear on floor 3 as well, so I'm not going to be going out of my way to find them. But here we go, we've got the Kum Kums there. So it's out of habit. I do go into auto battle when I'm not showing it on screen. And the reason being is it just speeds up the animations. So on both the part of the player, the party members, and the enemies. So not available on the DS, but it was available on the Steam version and the iOS. I don't think it's available on the PSP version either, unfortunately. Anyway, let's keep moving on up. And to the left here. Oh, way up here. Get another elixir. There's nothing round the perimeter. So you might be wondering, why didn't I go fight the super boss before coming in here? Here we go, Shinobi, excellent. So the reason I didn't go to the super boss, and we could have leveled up to, you know, level 99. We could have gotten the job experience that we needed, but I thought if we went in and did the Crystal Tower at the levels that we are at, it'll probably give a more indicative view of how a player who's not interested in doing the side quest, how they would experience the Crystal Tower. So you can sort of see the final boss at, you know, levels similar, maybe slightly above, because I have been hunting out with Bestiary, of course, but I think we'll be coming up to the final boss at about level 60. That's what happened in my test playthrough, and I feel that's a good level. And I would recommend at least level 60, because it is a pretty tough boss. So that's the reason I've not gone for the super boss beforehand. Now, at the end of this final boss, here we go onto the third floor. At the end of the final boss, what happens is we fight. We get an option. There's nothing to the left, by the way. We get an option afterwards to save over the data. And when we reset, we can reload a completed save file. My apologies, sorry, just had to hear it. Yeah, we get the option to reload the data, which starts you outside the Crystal Tower. But it also has all your bestiary, all your items that you collected prior to fighting the final boss. So once you do that, we'll... I believe this is a Dark General, actually. Oh, Glasya Labolas. Okay, so we do actually have 2 more enemies that we need to find on this floor. This being one of them. Give me a chance to finish my thought as well. I do apologise. Yeah, so it gives us the opportunity to load up completed data, and then we can do our training for the super boss then. And then what I might do once we've maxed out our levels for the super boss, max out our HP and jobs, I might go back and face the final boss as well, just to give you an idea of how much easier it is at higher levels. So we'll see, that could be a little extra thing that I do. So this guy, not overly complicated. Yeah, on this floor we've got the Glasya. There we go, got the Phoenix down. There you go, through this secret passage. Glasya Labolas and the Dark General. And speaking of which, here we go. Let's go get rid of him. In a nice way, of course. I like this guy's helmet. It's like I don't so much like him hitting us, but he's got a good helmet. And that's all the compliments I'll give this guy. He's the Dark General, so I suppose I shouldn't be too kind to him. Maybe if he's a light general. Well, actually, interestingly enough, we are bodies of light, aren't we? And yeah, so perhaps I think that's interesting. We don't really expand on it too much, but of course we had the Warriors of Dark back when the light was engulfing the world. I think that's a nice little parallel. So yeah, perhaps the Warriors of Dark would have had to fight the Light General. Who knows? Anyway, here we get another shuriken, and I don't think there's anything down here. So I've even got notes, but sometimes your curiosity gets the better of you. And yeah, if you follow this path round, we make our way back to the 3rd floor. So again, we've not encountered all of the enemies on the 3rd floor. Now's a chance to complete that. I should also add just here we go, get a nice little phoenix down. Here we get another elixir, very kind. Now if you go around the circle here and to the right, you should get another elixir. Don't mind if I do. And up here, we go back to the 4th floor. Again, you can complete your 4th floor bestiary if you wish, but we don't need to. And yeah, here we go on the 5th floor. Now, on the 5th floor, we can find the yellow dragon, so we'll try to encounter that yellow dragon. But first of all, just want to head to the right. And yeah, it goes without saying, any sort of passages or forks that I'm not going down, there's nothing there, so you don't have to worry about missing items or anything. But I think at this point we are going to go find our yellow dragon. So okay guys, here we go, our bloody yellow dragon. Of course, we do not want to be in auto for this. So pretty much the same as the red dragon. It can cast another. I'm just going to use bio here. It can cast a series of attacks of spells, but overall it has less HP than the red dragon. So this guy, this yellow dragon, is on 79,999 HP. And yeah, shouldn't have. If you can beat the red dragon, you can beat the yellow dragon. As I say, it can inflict a status ailment. I think I mentioned this when we was fighting the red dragon. If perhaps you skipped the end of the last part, I did go into the secret dungeon to do the red dragon fight. So you can see that there. Hopefully we don't come across the red dragon in this dungeon, but we'll see. And yeah, just doing a safety Kiraga, attacking as always, and should hopefully get this done sooner rather than later. I think we're doing about 5k a round, and then an extra 4k when Luneth lands. The reason I like jumping with Luneth is just to get him out of the area really, so I feel it just makes it a little safer. Now this time round, unlike when we fought the red dragon, I don't have the ultimate weapon equipped. I don't have the Gungnir lance on, but as I say, it's more than doable without those weapons, as you'll bear witness to. And yeah, yellow dragon, a bit of a rare encounter as well, but one worth ticking off. Again, I don't think this guy is as dangerous as the red dragon, so their attacks don't seem to be doing too much. In fact, I'm even going to go for Cure, and we'll save our higher tier magic for the green dragon, which will be on the next floor. Now, just in case people didn't watch the last part, the reason why I didn't do the red dragon on this particular in this dungeon is simply so that we can. We don't have to worry about, you know, losing and then having to redo the Crystal Tower all over again. So, laziness on my part, I think you can call it. But for good reason. These dragons aren't the easiest, as you can see. Silence, okay. So, not blind. Yeah, so I mentioned in the last part that these dragons can inflict a status ailment, and turns out that the status ailment for this fellow, from this fellow is silence, which we only really have to worry about it if Ark or Vethia get afflicted. Vethia shouldn't actually, because she's got the ribbon on, which we got in Eureka. So really it's just Ark, and in that instance I'd probably just use an Echo Herbs with Ark on himself rather than with Ingus, because I feel like we can get Ingus and keep on attacking. Okay. I was tempted, hopefully, yeah, so tempted just to use a normal attack, and maybe we could get Kiraja in. We go for Kiraja. Yeah, I think we should be almost done, and hopefully can get the jump on soon. I mentioned it in the Red Dragon fight, but these fights do, by their nature, last quite a while. Okay, sweet, so we got a bit lucky with the way the turn order landed there. I don't know whether having a status ailment afflicted does increase the amount of wait time between turns. It's something that I can't verify, but it seems to be the case. As I say, I could be completely making that up, so please don't quote me on that, but yeah, it just seems to be, because usually Vethia has always sort of been the last person to make a move. She's sort of been my slowest character in that sense, but as I say, maybe it's just something I picked up on without having any real merit. Either way, it works out for us, or worked out for us in that instance. Okay, let's go. I'm a bit worried about how many bios we're using. I do have I'm saving the flares for the green dragon, if I'm being honest. But if we do come across a red dragon accidentally, we will of course use elixirs just to get Vethia and Ark's MP up, and that's the main worry actually, is MP rather than HP, because as long as they're able to heal and deal with damage, it should be good. So let's get on that. I'll just go for the cure again. A little bit risky, but I think we're coming. There we go. Coming up to the end. Again, a lot of experience for that, so well worth doing. And there's our elixir. Sweet. Okay, well, let's make our way up to floor 6. Now, floor 6, we can find another enemy type here called Thor. So let's head to the left and get these items. And the green dragon, of course. Okay. Well, actually, before I do that, I'm going to get a Kiraja on. Yeah, that's pretty fortunate. So hopefully, yeah, the dragons tend to be the rarest enemies on the floors, but not to say that they're super rare. They do have a chance of showing up, more than a good chance of showing up, so you don't have to worry about, you know, waiting ages to find them. And Green Dragon, similar to let's get a jump on. Keep casting flare. Go with the Curages. Similar to a Yellow Dragon, it's got 89,999 HP. Now I believe this one can cast Confusion. Unfortunately, I didn't really make a note of the different status ailments, which was a bit silly on my part, actually. But oh well. We'll find out, I'm sure. So just keep going, Kuragi going, and yeah, this is why. Once we're done here, I'm going to exit back and heal up for the sake of you know, not having to recapture the dragons again in the bestiary. As you can imagine, it's pretty hard going if you do have to reset and restart, so that's what I'd recommend. There we go. I will actually say as well, unlike what I normally do, I will be using teleport to get out of the crystal tower. Again, sort of just to reduce the chances of me encountering a yellow dragon on the 5th floor when I'm backtracking through. And the fact that I'd have to run back through the Ancient's Maze to get to the Invincible, and then we'd have to check back through the Ancient's Maze in any event, and then head back up the Crystal Tower. So, yeah, we'll be, for once, using teleport. Of course, that doesn't preclude any of you guys from running out manually if you wish to. I'm unsure whether... Maybe I'll edit in my pathway through the Crystal Tower without picking up the items and just give you guys a bit of a look at how fast you can actually get through the tower. Okay, I'm not going to jump, I'm going to get a bit of a heal going. We're moving on to the bios again. I'll see which one deals more damage, actually, bio or Faraga. Okay, thankfully it used that on just on Raffia. Again, sometimes it depends on how the attack's for, but these guys can prove quite difficult, as you can see. So bio is doing 3167. It's doing 1-3, yeah, so I think it's definitely worth jumping. I mean, we are on back row, but that's just for safety. Let's try for Varga, so it's 3167. Kiraji going with Raffia, and then our Dark Knight with the Ragnarok and the Masamune doing a good amount of damage there. Okay, sweet. I'll make sure to cure my silence between fights, actually. I should have done that after the Yellow Dragon. I got a little bit excited. Okay, so Varga is doing one set, yeah, so it's definitely worth using bio. I mean, I'll just check just in case I got lucky with bio the first time, but I don't think that's the case. And yeah, you can keep nomming on me all you want, as long as you don't murder me. Yeah, okay. No, bio is the way to go. And a nice little Kiraji there. See, we're all happy family here. Getting on like a happy family does. Sorry, I don't know what I'm saying. You get to a point where there's only so much I could talk about jumping and attacking and using courage. But again, perhaps a more skilled editor could probably do a bit of a redux on these fights. But I feel like giving you guys the full experience might be a little better if you guys are going for the bestiary, and at least you get a clear idea of the strategy that I'm using. And even like with the red dragon, what I do when things go wrong. So I feel that's just as important. Okay, well, now that I'm not planning on encountering any more dragons, we will can you cast silence, secure silence? I guess we could just use the Nasuna. Okay. That's a peak of my laziness. I was too lazy to go into the items to sort that. But yeah, we do want to encounter the Thor enemy. It's a shame I wasn't commentating on that fight. That's a fight against the Glasya, whatever it's called, Labolas. But it is quite an interesting one because both Fingus and Luna ended up getting confused. Yeah, could have been a bit more painful than it was there. Here we go. I believe this is our 4 enemies. Let's get rid of them. I was using a Roger as well, so I wasn't even keeping Refi and Dark healed at the point of the confusion hit. Yeah, we've encountered the red dragon off in our previous video, so I'm not going to, hopefully we're not going to encounter him on the next floor. They've actually beat all of the enemies in the crystal tower obtained. And as I say, the reason I went for the red dragon in the secret dungeon is just because it has a increased chance, a better chance of appearing. And even if it didn't appear, we would have come across a green or yellow dragon, so we could have knocked them out of the bestiary as well. And you can see how much effort is going into getting up this tower. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but if any of your party members deal 999 damage, I should say 9,999 isn't actually the damage cap. That's just the only number that appears. So you could actually be doing quite a bit more damage than 9,999. Yeah, here we get some crystal equipment. And as I say, on this floor we can come across the red dragon, which hopefully we don't. We'll see. So let's go grab this phoenix down, and then our last chest. Okay, good. Doga's clone. Actually, we'll show off Doga's clone because the last time we had the back attack, I'll just show how straightforward it can be when you're not getting back attacked. So yeah, it's I think, as I say, we got a little bit unfortunate in that first encounter. But sometimes I think it's yeah, just to sort of see a typical fight. It should be over in the next round. Baker tends to miss. I think we got unlucky with that as well, didn't we? Wasn't Luna attacked by or hit by actually, let's be careful with that. Is Cure in the same tier as Teleport? And down here, get our last bit of crystal equipment. Crystal helm. Don't think that's as good as the Genji equipment, is it? Can these guys equip crystal? They can. Okay. And it's better. So I stand corrected. Put your crystal equipment on your Dark Knight, guys. Yeah, I didn't actually do that in my test playthrough, so I think I did a silly thing and used my cure there. Okay. Yes, it is. Of course. Great. Yeah, we'll just have to use an elixir on Raphia to get her MP up. Which is fine, we've got plenty of them. All I was going to say is, actually, if you come here, that leads up to the next floor. But we've got all the items here. So what I want to do is get myself out of here. And yeah, we'll use one of these prized elixirs. Just to flee. Okay, sweet. So I'm going to go to the Invincible. I'll heal up, so I'll catch you there. Right guys, so I've healed up, and if you check our Moogle for our progress, should be at 93% of monsters collected. Now you might want to leave the dragons, the red dragon, green dragon, yellow dragon, for the post-game if you want, so maybe your monsters collected is a little lower if you haven't fought those. And achievements, we want chests opened at 98%. That's before going into the final part of the Crystal Tower and beyond. Okay, I'll catch you right before Crystal Tower. Right guys, so you found ourselves outside the Crystal Tower again. We're just going to do a final safety save. This is the last point of the game we can save, so we're going to head in. I am going to keep this next part in, and the reason being, I thought it might be handy if people were playing along and they'd also exited, went back to the Invincible, and at least this way you can sort of see the beeline route to get to where we need to be. So I cut out all the encounters as always, but I figured this might be advantageous as well if people are playing along, and we can sort of see how to quickly get through this place without getting lost. Because I do know previously, I didn't say that. Oh. No, I didn't. Now, just to give you a bit of an indication, I am at level 56 as of entering the Crystal Tower for a final time. Although Luna has just gone up to level 57 there. But I thought that would give you guys a bit of an indication of... I wanted to go right here, didn't I? I did. My apologies. There we go. Art gained a level. Yeah, sorry, this has been a bit of a rubbish beeline with me questioning which way I'm going. So I do apologise about that. Anyway, up we go. And this is where I want to go left. And there should be a hidden passage, right? Here we go. Go down a bit, left, then. There you go. For anybody wondering, in the fights I'm just auto-attacking. And then just got Raphia healing with Cure. Okay, so here we go. This is back on the 3rd floor, isn't it? So keep moving. Again, it is a pretty cool dungeon design. Quite distinct from anything else, really, with how labyrinthine it is. And here we are on the 5th floor, so just don't head up that far. And yeah, this is the floor with the yellow dragons that hopefully we don't encounter. Yeah, I've got to say the encounter rate is a bit of a nuisance on this floor as well. In this entire dungeon, I should say. Each one leaves me scared as well that we're going to get another encounter with a dragon, which at this point I think we're good enough to do, but can't be bothered dealing with the consequences of it. Here we are, keep on moving on up. And this is the 7th floor, so sweet. Now before we go in here, just going to quickly heal using our high potions. And yeah, once we go through here and watch the scenes, that's the point of no return. So that's why I exited this dungeon before. Okay, let's go. And simply go up to a mirror. Let's see what fate befalls us. I reflect on my reflection. Ha ha ha. Fools. Who see their reflections in my mirror become afflicted by the curse of the 5 worms. Great. I can't move. Do not fear. Doga, is that you? I told you that our souls are everlasting, did I not? Only 5 souls who possess hearts of pure light may break the curse of the 5 worms. I will go forth and find the 5. Do not lose hope. I'll be right back. Okay. So here we get a little flash. You know, we switch between the scenes of the 5 pure-hearted people. You'll see which 5 we get, but I guess Topapa and Taka must not be pure of heart. I think it's a bit curious, actually. I probably could have got Ingus is in grave danger. Princess Sarah, I must ask you to come with me. Only those who possess hearts of pure light may break the curse of the 5 worms, and you are one of them. Will you help us? Ingus is in danger? You must take me to him. I will accompany you. Excellent. So, yeah, we get a bit of a roundup of our characters, past and present. Sid, we need your help. Will you come with me? Unif's in trouble. You don't have to ask me twice. Yeah, I cannot remember what voice I gave any of these guys, if any. It's probably just a inflection of my own, wasn't it? So, I mean, I guess it's good that we bring Desh back. But maybe it lessens the impact. Desh, I had hoped you'd still be here. Man, it's hot in here. No. Yeah, so we thought he'd perish, but he's back. Desh, you're alive. Of course I am. And who are you again? I just finished repairing the tower's reactor. Woof! It's a really close call. A few more seconds and the floating continent would have been toast. Excellent. Now will you be willing to help Raphia? One trouble after another, eh? Sure, count me in. Let's do it. I won't ever do that again. Da, 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 da. You might remember this fellow, King Galus now, or King Galus. Either way, he's the king. Ruler of Savonia, Ark and his friends, see, even Doga doesn't know how to pronounce his name. Ark and his friends need your help. Ark is in trouble, and I will go with you. Sweet. And yeah, this is the one that really struck me as being curious, because he goes to see these 4 old men. and he takes one of them with him. He could have saved half a travel time if he just, well, more than half a travel time. He just went, you four come with me, and I'll stand in as the fifth one. But maybe that's just me being lazy. Please, will anyone come with me to help Lunaf and his friends? It's time for us to save the day then. You can count on me. Wish me luck. Good luck. Be back in a jiffy. Lunaf, Ark, Refia, Ingus. We will hold off a worm's power quickly into the mirror. You must stop the darkness from covering this world again. Thanks, everyone. Come on, let's go. Here's our crack team of specialists. Come to save the world from darkness. Alright, so final floor of the Crystal Tower, and it's a big one. I admire your persistence, but you come too late. The darkness draws ever so close, and is almost upon this world. However, I cannot afford to have you waste all my efforts with the power of light that you hold. Once you are gone, eternal life will be mine. Ha 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 ha. Die. Great. First of all, let's make sure I'm not on auto battle. So this guy has 49,999 HP. Xande. He can cast positive statuses on himself. Now, don't worry about using your strongest heals, strongest spells. Go all out on this guy. And yeah, it shouldn't take too long. Especially if you sort of... I think our characters are level 57 at this point. So, again, nothing to worry about too much. That Thunder did do quite a bit. But, as I say, if you keep healing, just keep on top of it, really. And yeah, we've got both our characters in the front row for this as well. Lunaf and Ingus, I should say. So it should be dealing a lot more offensive damage than we were against the dragons, where I put them in the back row. So yeah, should be done in about 5 rounds, all being well. I've not really got much else on him, really. Yeah, if he uses a positive status, use a raise to get rid of it. But you know what? Could even be finishing maybe 3 or 4 rounds. Yeah, so Ingus is looking a little bit scary with his being hit, but yeah, fingers crossed he can get that heal in before he goes again. Oh, better yet, get the kill in. So again, tough, challenging, but if you fought the dragons, if you managed to get your way through Crystal Tower, if you're prepared, you should easily get through. But my death will not change a single thing. The cloud of darkness is already here. Darkness will prevail. So apparently Xande, in his quest to become immortal, he sort of brought forth the cloud of darkness, and I think the cloud of darkness has been manipulating Xande a bit. I'll go into more of the plot. We have a cloud of darkness. We have come to return the world to the void, to nothingness. We shall engulf everything in our shadow, and both light and darkness will return to the void. Your light is strong. We shall start with you. Again, please forgive my voice acting. Hopefully it's not too off-putting. I do love this music as well. So, what was I saying? Yeah, I'll go over the plot a little bit later on, but probably in like the extra parts. I've sort of read up a little bit and can sort of organise my thoughts and what have you. But this boss can use bad breath, can use lightning, can use particle beams, and most importantly is unwinnable. So, yeah. Don't worry about that. You get to hear a game over theme, I guess. No. Come on, guys, hold on. Don't you go before I do. Please, you must not give up. There we go. Oh, this music, man. Our souls are yours. Our energies are one with yours. Now stand, warriors of the light. Yeah, one of my favourite themes, this. Doga and Dune have shared the souls of you. You're being resurrected. Excellent. So a nice little chit chat. Why not? Why not have a picnic? But yeah, we've still got the world to save, I'm afraid. Come on, you've still got work to do. Hey, see, Doga gets it. Xande's actions have weakened the presence of the light in this world, bolstering the darkness. Xande was overcome by the overwhelming darkness that he had called forth. The darkness is very strong now. Our souls will soon join the great soul beyond. We have to go now. We've done all we could. You have our only hope. You must bring balance between light and darkness. Now go forth to a world of darkness. To a world of darkness, then. Yippee! Let's go. We can do it. Onward. And guys, this is where we're going to call this part. So, if you've been watching so far, cheers as always, and we'll catch you for the final part, or the final story part I should say, next time. So yeah, catch you there guys, cheers.